Hey guys, my name is Christian Batuli. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope each one of you guys is doing great. It's nice to be here again. And before you say it, I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video on this channel. And to be honest with you guys, life just got busy, man. I had to get a second job. It's not like I had a choice. I had to get a second job because the bills kept piling up and everything is getting expensive nowadays. And the worst thing you can do right now is fall behind on your bills. And then you have Uncle Sam, whether you like it or not, he's going to get his. So I had to work, get a second job. I'm always tired, I'm not going to lie. But it's like the new norm now. Everybody that I know, pretty much all of them have a second job. It's kind of sad, but that's the new reality. But apart from that, I have some good news to share with you guys. My lady and I are expecting baby number two. I'm excited. My son is almost 7 years old, so I think we definitely been way overdue for a second one. I'm personally hoping for a girl, to be honest with you guys, only because I want to be able to experience a little bit of both world. But regardless whether it's a boy or girl, I'm still going to be excited as ever because having a child is a blessing. There are a lot of people out there, a lot of couples out there who got more than us in terms of finance, in terms of availability, in terms of time, but they just aren't able to conceive. So I count my blessings. Everything is good over here. Now, I also want to thank you guys for continuing to support me. I know it hasn't been easy for you guys to, just kind of wondering what I've been up to. And I apologize for that. Um, I just appreciate you guys for continuing to support me through it all. It means a lot. Now, I'm not going to take too much of your time today. I'm just going to pick up where I left off, which is fear number 8, the fear of letting go. Now, I'll be the first one to admit I struggled a lot in high school dealing with this fear, even, till my early 20s. Like, for some reason, I couldn't let shit go. I don't know if it had to do with some underlying, internal or psychological issues that I had, but I couldn't let go for some reasons. And even when I knew certain things or certain habits or certain people weren't good for me, weren't the best for me, I still couldn't let them go. And I got burned for it in every way I can think of. And what broke my heart even more, was the fact that I was seeing other people, going through similar situations that I was dealing with in the past and still, making the same mistakes as I did. It's so much easier when you're not going through it anymore and you see other people going through it. It's easy to, give advice. It's easy to just kind of be like, dude, it's common sense. What can't you leave him? Why can't you leave her? She's clearly toxic for you. The relationship is not working out for you guys. Why can't you leave your job? You're not happy there. You know, you do so much for that company and they don't seem to appreciate you. It's so much easier, to kind of criticize people that are going through those situations when we are on the outside looking in. But as a person who went through it, I'll be the first to say, like, it is not easy at all. Letting go, it is not easy at all. And for the longest times, it used to make me so mad because there are certain situations where I knew better, I should have done better, but I didn't. And in a way, kind of made me feel dumb, especially when you go through, the consequences and, it's hitting you hard and you just sit back and think, man, I knew I shouldn't like hang out with this person. I knew I shouldn't do this, but why didn't I do it? And for the longest time, I couldn't understand why people do certain things, why people keep certain company around, why people choose to remain in relationships that don't benefit them at all. I just couldn't understand it. For the longest time, I was searching for an answer until I came across this cognitive bias called loss aversion. And pretty much what loss aversion means is that people tends to feel or be impacted more by loss than by gain of something of similar value. Now, I'll give you guys an example to make my point. If you think of a breakup, right, or a separation or a divorce, those things is felt more and is felt more intensely than the joy that comes with starting something new with somebody else. Another example will be like ending friendship. That hurts more than starting a new friendship with somebody else. In my case, right, losing $100 of your hard-earned money hurts more, or it's felt more than luckily stumbling upon free money on the street. Now, I'm not saying that you won't be happy finding $100 in the street, but what I'm saying is it just doesn't hit the same comparing to losing your own money. That's why sometimes when we have something taken away from us, it tends to hurt or felt more than something given to us. And one of the main reasons why a lot of people have a hard time letting go is because we invest into those kind of stuff. For example, we invest into our romantic relationship in terms of emotions, in terms of what we expect, in terms of finance. Sometimes, especially if you've been with someone for the longest time, all your finance, pretty much your life, all intertwined. Same thing with friendships. Invest time to hang out with our friends, memories, all those stuffs are investment. Same with your job. Perhaps they don't treat you well. Perhaps they don't pay you what you deserve. Perhaps they overlook you for so many positions. The reason why you still have a hard time letting go is because you already invested a lot of time, waking up early in the morning, going in there, clocking in, time and effort. All those things are investment. And that's what makes it hard for us human beings to let go, because when we let go, sometimes it can feel like a defeat. It can feel like we're taking an L. But you always got to understand sometimes investment does not turn out in our favor. I had a buddy, we went to a casino. Now, for some reason, he just had a hot hand that night. Like he couldn't make any wrong decision. So we went to the casino and he was winning money and everybody was happy. And I kept telling him, hey, bro, like you're already like 2,000 up. You came in with $200 and you keep winning. You're literally making a lot of money. Let's just end it. But he got lost in the sauce. He was winning. Pretty girls were cheering for him. And he just kept playing. And then slowly he started to lose money. Even when he got down to like $1,000. And I'm like, dude, you're still way up. Let's live now. But he was already way invested into that process. Even though he was already up, even though he didn't really lose any money, he came there with $200. But just the fact that it was at $2,000 and it got down to $1,000, to him, it felt like a loss. Plus, the time that he was there, the emotion that was connected with him winning. So it just wouldn't get up and leave the chair. And eventually, he ended up losing all of his money, including the $200 that he came with. So that's why it's so important to know when to just kind of like accept things for the way they are, accept things for what it is, call your losses, and just let go. It's not a bad thing because some investment just will not turn out in our favor. And that's part of life. Some of us are in relationships where we see red flags all over the place. Your intuition is telling you that hey, this guy is not right for me, this woman is not right for me, like red flags, writing on the wall, but you still choose to look the other way. Same thing with friendships. So sometimes walking away, just letting go, to be honest, is needed, in order for us to have our mental peace, in order for us to keep our respect, to uphold our morals and values, to have some dignity. So once again, don't view letting go as an L. Don't view it as a defeat. There's a song by this artist that I really like. His name is Russ. One of his very famous songs is called "Too Many," right? And I feel like that song makes a great connection with this topic because pretty much in this song, it talks about how you're gonna mess up, you're gonna f up one time too many. And if you really think about that and apply it in a life situation, it totally makes sense. For example, if you have bad friends, you know, you're gonna mess up just one hangout, one too many, where they go and do something stupid, or you go hang out with them, you guys go do something stupid, and then you get yourself in trouble. right? If you effing with a crazy chick, right, you're gonna smash her one time too many for her to get pregnant, and then guess what? Your life is gone. If you're in
Right.
a bad relationship, you're gonna spend 1 year too many in order for you to really get hurt. So you gotta be careful. It just takes one time too many, and you gotta be smart to know when to let go before it even gets to that point. And there's a lot of reasons why I feel like, people have a hard time letting go. I'm just going to talk about a few. And one of the first reason is familiarity. We're very familiar with the people that we hang out with the people that we're in a relationship with. Like for me, I had to kind of like have a new group of friends. I'm not saying anything bad with the friends that I had before. I just felt like we're all going on a different route. Some people were having families, some people were trying to, further their career. And then you also have other friends that wanted to just continue to go out, drink, and chase girls, like pretty much the same things, we were doing in our early 20s. Now,
Now,
I'm not judging them, but for me, I knew that I had to separate myself because that's no longer the case for me. I have a family now, I have a woman who I adore, dearly. I'm trying to make good moves financially. I'm trying to just better myself overall, and I had to kind of leave all those people behind. Now, once in a while, when I do see them, or when we run into each other, we still say what's up to each other, talk a little bit, and then go our separate ways. But I'll be lying if I say that I don't feel lonely sometimes, because you went from having a bunch of friends that you can hit up and go out and party and have a good time to maybe having three friends, which is my case now. Like I have three friends that I trust completely, that rocks with me, but it just sometimes when you make that decision, that does come with it, you know, and I'm okay with it. I wouldn't want to have it any other way because now getting a little bit older. I have a lot more peace. I'm not stressing as much. I have three good friends that I respect and I trust them completely, So if I wasn't able to understand that sometimes familiarity can kind of keep me stagnant, then I would still be in the same position than I was, 10 years ago. So always pay attention to that. Familiarity sometimes can, make it hard for you to let go when you need to let go. And then the second thing is insecurities. Some of us don't want to be alone. Some of us have abandonment issues, you know what I mean? And we feel like we're not good enough. Sometimes we feel like we don't deserve, we're not going to get anything better than what we currently have. And that's the biggest trap, there is out there. You can always do better, and the world is big enough for you to find something that will fit your need, to find something that will accommodate your life, to find something that will bring you peace, to find somebody that will cherish you, to find a group of friends that will have your back, that will take care of your family when you're not around. When you feel like you're having a hard time letting go, always question that, like, am I not letting go because I'm insecure about myself? Am I not letting go because I don't think I'm good enough, or I don't think I deserve better, or I don't think I'm going to find anything better? Ask yourself those questions. And sometimes you just have to take a leap of faith. Sometimes you just have to, you know, see what happened, let it be. And the third reason is why I think people sometimes have a hard time letting go is uncertainty. You don't know what's going to happen, especially, for example, if you've been with someone for 14, 15, 20 plus years, someone that you pretty much did your whole adult life with, and all of a sudden things are no longer good, things are not working out, as you expected, not just like, relationship wise with, other human beings. Sometimes it could be at work. Sometimes you spend years working for the same company, but something inside you tells you that they don't value you, Your intuition tells you that you deserve better. I was working at this one place. I'm not gonna lie, it probably was one of the best working place, like the best working environment, because I was working with my friends. I was looking forward to go to work. Everything was amazing. Like I absolutely love that job because of the environment, working with your friends, you guys getting stuff done and creating memories. But then again, that job was not paying me well at all. You know, they didn't even have the ability to offer me health insurance, and I used to work a lot, but you can only work so much. Like throughout the year, I mean, in the course of a year, you had to work so many hours in order for you to be able to be qualified, for health insurance, and that wasn't right. And it wasn't until I nearly broke my leg, and it wasn't until like I nearly became homeless because I wasn't getting paid shit. Then I was like, you know what? As much as I love this job, I have to find something better. I don't know what's going to happen, but I have to get out of here. And that was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. And I wasn't certain. I didn't think I was going to find a better job. I didn't want to, start somewhere new. I didn't want to think about, what if things don't work out? But I'm glad I did. So sometimes uncertainty can kind of hold us back because we don't know what to expect. It's like moving to a new city. Like people can tell you their opinions. You can go ahead and do your own research. You can go on YouTube and watch videos about that place that you're thinking about moving to, but you won't find out for sure until you move there yourself. Same thing when it comes to letting go. And it's scary, especially if you depended on someone. That's why I always recommend people to always be independent. Try to do everything on your own. If you're in a relationship, bring what you're supposed to bring to the table. Be a great partner, but also do not become dependent on other people in terms of finance, in terms of emotional stability. None of that, because those things will come back to haunt you when you do need to make a split. To conclude, I want to maybe leave you guys with some positivity. So, when it comes to letting go, always think about the benefits, the outcome. A lot of people like to think, what if? What if I let this job go? What if I decide to end things with my partner? What if I decide to detach myself from the people that I've known all my life, my friends? The one thing I've always tell those people is think about what it could be instead of thinking of what if. Because yes, it is uncertain. You don't know what you're gonna walk into when you decide to end those relationships. You decide to, just better yourself. But also the possibility is endless. Yeah, you might be scared for the first few months. You might be heartbroken. You might feel like, oh man, I probably should have done that. But then again, the other side of it is you might find yourself, you might find peace, you might make more money, you might become a little bit happier. You might find yourself doing the habits that used to make you happy, the things that used to bring you joy. So there's endless possibilities. So always think of what it could be instead of what if. So I wanted to leave you guys with that. Let me know what you think. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.